Welcome back everyone, I'm Aaron from Low and Slow Basics. In this video, I'm going to show you how to smoke pork butt in a charcoal barbecue to make pulled pork. Alright, so we're going to be using our blackjack kettle today. So we'll open it up, take out our cooking grate, and we're going to be using our slow and sear setup for this cook, but if you don't have one, you can use the snake method. So we can fill our charcoal basket up with briquettes. Then we can bury a fire lighter in there and light it up. Alright, we've got about 10 minutes before those briquettes will be ready, so we'll use that time to get this pork butt trimmed and seasoned. Alright, so this pork butt weighs around 4 kilos, and we just want to work on taking any excess fat off. I do want to leave a nice fat coverage on top, but we just want to trim it down so it's about 2 to 3 mil thick. Now, if a full pork butt is a little bit too big for what you need, then you can always look at something like a pork scotch. They're completely boneless, and they make great pulled pork. Or a boneless shoulder does the trick as well. Alright, so we'll flip it over. There's really not much that needs to come off the bottom, so I'm happy with that. Now before we season it, I'm just going to score the fat on top. You don't need to do this, but it does look good and it does help the flavours settle in a little bit more to the meat. Just lightly, you only want to go a few mil deep. And that's now ready to season. Alright, so if you've got a favourite pork rub, go ahead and use that. But in this video, we're going to be using something I've been working on for a while. This is going to be our new pork and chicken rub. When it's available, I'll put a link down in the video description. But for now, we're going to season this up. Alright, so I'm just going to give it a light coat with olive oil on both sides, just to help bind our rub. And then we can go ahead and give our pork butt a nice, generous coating. Alright, so in that time we've been trimming and seasoning our pork butt. As you can see, our firelight is burnt out and then briquettes have caught light nicely. So what we can do now is shut our lid, then make sure our top and bottom vents are wide open. Alright, so we're just going to give our barbecue 5 to 10 minutes to preheat. That's going to allow any dirty smoke to clear up, and all of those briquettes are going to be able to preheat so they're at a hot enough temperature to catch light and burn cleanly throughout this cook. So while that's happening, we've got some smoking wood ready. I'm going to be using a combination of apple and pecan, but if you've got another favourite smoking wood for pork, feel free to use that. Smoking wood like peach, nectarine and cherry I absolutely love for pork, but for now we'll come back once this barbecue's nice and preheated. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes. Our fire's burning nice and clean. And with the slow and sear, you want to fill up your water pan, so I'll go ahead and do that. That just really helps stabilise your temperatures. It absorbs some heat and it'll last about 4 to 5 hours. So now that's done, we'll get our cooking grate on. Now we can get our smoking wood on. I'll get a bit of apple where the fire is burning. Then I'll put a bit of pecan just off, and then our last piece of apple just here. Then we can get our pork butt on. I'll hook a grill probe up. Then we can shut our lid and let this thing smoke away. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes since we got our pork butt in, and our barbecue's sitting at about 195 Fahrenheit or 90-ish degrees Celsius. Now I'm going to look to stabilise our temperature off at around the 275 Fahrenheit or 135 Celsius for this cook. So once our barbecue gets up to around 225 Fahrenheit or 110 Celsius, I'm going to start shutting our bottom vent down. So both of our vents are still wide open. That pork butt is absorbing a lot of heat at the moment, and that's why our barbecue is not right back up to temperature as quickly as you may think. But we'll only be a few minutes off shutting down that bottom vent, so we'll come back when we're ready to do that. Alright, so we've now hit around that 225 range. Now we'll just shut that bottom vent down to almost closed. So as you can see, that is just a crack open. So we'll give that about 10 to 15 minutes just to find itself, and we'll see where that stabilises off at. Now that should hopefully stabilise off 10 to 15 degrees below that 275 Fahrenheit or 135 Celsius range. I normally like to go just below that target temperature, as it's much easier to increase temperature than decrease temperature. If you need to increase your temperature, it's as easy as just opening up that bottom vent a little bit, but if your temperatures have gotten away from you, it can be challenging to bring them back down. If your temperatures have gotten away from you and you've shut that bottom vent down, you've given it 10 minutes, you've got that water pan in there, don't be afraid to add a little bit of water in that tray directly below the pork butt or whatever else you're cooking. Apart from that, there's not really too much more you can do to decrease your temperature. In extreme circumstances, you can take some of the burning charcoal out, and that will help as well. That's only really a last resort type scenario. But for now, this first hour is going to be all about stabilizing our temperatures off, so there's not much more we need to do now, so we'll come back soon. All right, so we're just over 3 hours into this cook. Our temperatures have been holding nicely. We are at 285 Fahrenheit in the pit at the moment. Don't stress about trying to get right on your target temperature. If you're within 10 to 20 degrees, that's fine. Your temperatures will fluctuate a little bit throughout the day as the temperature changes outside, as the wind picks up or dies down, or as that smoking wood sort of starts catching fire, you will get little spikes as well. There's a lot of factors when it comes to temperature control, but it's all about understanding your barbecue, finding what works for you and building off that. So I'm happy with how everything's coming along. Let's open up this barbecue and have a quick look at our pork butt. All right, so that pork is looking fantastic, and we're about a third of the way through our charcoal, so I reckon that's on track for about an 8 or 9 hour burn time. And the beauty about the slow and sear is you can take your cooking grate off, fill your charcoal basket back up once it starts getting to the end, and it'll burn back the other way. There's a couple of little dry spots on the pork, so all I'm going to do is give it a light spritz with some apple cider vinegar. But if you've got water, that'll work well as well. And we don't want to leave the lid open for too long, so we'll close it back up and let it keep smoking away. All right, so that is looking fantastic. Happy with how that's coming along. So all I'm going to do for the next few hours is check it every hour. I'll spritz it if it's looking dry. And then what I'm going to be looking for before I wrap it up is to be at an internal temperature of around 160 Fahrenheit or 70-ish degrees Celsius. And I also want to be happy with how that bark's looking as well. So we'll keep checking in during that time. So we'll come back soon. All right, so it's been about 2 hours since we last checked in. That means we're about 5 hours into this cook. So let's open up our barbecue, have a good look at this pork butt, and we'll see if we're ready to wrap it up. All right, so that is looking awesome. I reckon we'll top our water pan up while we're here. Bark is looking amazing, and that's set nicely. So we're at about 155 over there. The same over here. So I'm happy with how that's looking, happy with the internal temperature, so let's wrap it up. So you want to get 2 layers of good quality foil ready, then we can get our pork out. Then you can either add some apple juice, some pineapple juice, something nice and fruity. We're going to add some of this Pirate Life acai and passion fruit. Then you want to wrap it up nice and tight. Then we'll get it back in our smoker. All right, so we're on the home stretch. Now that pork butt is wrapped and back in our smoker, we just need to let it continue smoking away until we're ready to check for probe tenderness. And I'm going to start to do that once we hit around the 200 Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius internal mark. So if you've got a meat probe, put one in. I'm not going to bother too soon. I'm going to do that in about an hour to an hour and a half's time. It's not going to climb temperature too rapidly, so don't be too concerned. But for now, there's not too much more to worry about, so we'll check back in soon. Right, so it's been about an hour and a half since we checked in, so we're around the 6.5 to 7 hour mark. Just going to chuck a meat probe in there. We'll shut the lid back up and keep it smoking away. All right, so we've just shut our lid. That's our pit temperature. Obviously that's going to keep climbing up as we just had our lid open, and that's our meat internal temperature. So I reckon we're going to be another couple of hours off before we start checking for probe tenderness. So we'll come back once we've hit that stage. All right, so it's been about an hour and a half since we last checked in. So that puts us around 8 hours into this cook. We've hit that target internal in our pork butt. So let's start checking for probe tenderness. All right, so you can just see how tender that's becoming. It is super, super soft there. Still a little bit of resistance right in the middle here. But the rest of this is feeling nice. A little bit of resistance over here. I don't think it'll take long until that's good all over. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this foil up around our pork butt. And we'll bite it to finish it off. That's going to also help bring back some of this bark as well. So we'll give it another half an hour, then we'll come back and check. All right, so it's been another half an hour to 45 minutes. That bark has come back nicely on top. Well, that's probing much better than what it was. There was a bit of resistance in the middle here, but now that's just probing like butter. So I'm happy to get this out. So I've put some high heat gloves on. I'll get a foil tray ready and we'll carefully get this out. Now that slow and sear is not far off being done. I reckon there would have been maybe 45 minutes to an hour left on that. So that's a pretty good burn time. So we'll close our lid and move this pork butt up here. All right, so now our pork butt's out. You just want to leave it unwrapped for 5 to 10 minutes just to stop that cooking process. And then it's time to rest it. Now with resting, you've got a few options. If you wanted to serve it in an hour or two, you can just leave it sit at room temperature and it'll still stay hot for that time. If you wanted to serve it in 4, 5 or 6 hours time, resting in an esky is a great option. Or if you wanted to smoke it in advance to serve it the following day, what I would do is wrap it back up in foil once it's had that 5 to 10 minutes to steam off, and then you can hold it in an oven for 24 hours at about that 160 Fahrenheit or 70-ish degrees Celsius. I've done that a few times when I'm making pulled pork and it works a treat. You just need to get it out the next day whenever you're ready to serve it and it's ready to pull apart and serve straight away. But today I want to serve this in about an hour and a half's time, so I'll take it inside, let it rest away from these bloody flies, and then we'll come back once I'm ready to pull this apart and have a taste. Alright, so our pork's had a nice rest, time to pull it apart. I'm just going to transfer it over into another foil tray. And then we'll save them juices, but we'll put them aside. And you can always mix those juices back in once you've pulled it. So let's get into it. Alright, that's still really hot. It was still burning my hands through the gloves, but let's have a taste. Wow, that is bloody good. That is really, really good. Seriously, so tender. So really happy with that one. Please excuse all the flies. It is the middle of summer here in Australia, so we do get quite a few. But I'm going to take this inside, serve the rest up in there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.